We often think of touch as just something that happens, a spontaneous hug, a quick kiss. It's nice, right? But what if it could be more than that? What if your touch could be a deliberate, powerful tool for creating an intimacy so deep it's, well, unforgettable? Let's dive into how you can do exactly that. I mean, really think about that question. What if your touch wasn't just something he enjoyed, but something his body actually started to crave on a biological level? This isn't about playing games. It's about a deep understanding of connection, a kind of mastery, really. It's about forging a bond that's almost unbreakable. So the whole idea here revolves around creating what our source material calls an erotic home. It's this amazing concept of building a sanctuary of touch that is so uniquely yours, so vital to his sense of well-being, that when you're not there, he feels it. Not just in his heart, but in his body. Your touch literally becomes his home base. Okay, so how do we build this incredible erotic home? We do it through something called tactile rituals. Now, the key word here is deliberate. These aren't just random pats on the back. We're talking about intentional, repeated gestures that actually start to program his nervous system to associate your specific touch with deep comfort, with safety, and with incredible pleasure. And this is a really important distinction to make. Look, spontaneous affection is beautiful, we all love it, but it's random. It's a fleeting moment. A tactile ritual, on the other hand, is something else entirely. It's deliberate, it's sacred, it goes way beyond a momentary connection to build a deep, consistent craving. It becomes a form of programming in the best possible way. So here's the science bit, and it's super fascinating. These rituals create what are known as somatic anchors. Basically, that connection gets hardwired directly into his body, into his nervous system, at a subconscious level. So if a ritual gets missed one day, he might not even consciously know what's wrong, but he'll just feel off, a little restless. His body knows something is missing, and that something is you. All right, so where do we start putting this into practice? You might be surprised it doesn't start in the bedroom. It starts in the most simple, everyday moments. Let's begin with what the source calls the sacred bookends of his day. Think about how you say hello and goodbye. Instead of just a quick, routine peck on the cheek, you create a signature greeting. Maybe you gently cup his face with both your hands, you look him right in the eyes, and you give him a real, lingering kiss. And when he leaves, you send him off with a touch that makes him feel like he can conquer the world. These moments, the bookends of his day, become these powerful anchors that he'll look forward to coming home to. Okay, now let's talk about weaving this magic into the rest of your daily life. This is where we turn the totally mundane into something, well, something deeply seductive. It's a kind of alchemy, really. This is where passive touch rituals are just golden. I'm talking about the simple things. You're watching a movie, and you just start stroking his hair. Or maybe before you both fall asleep, you give him a slow, deliberate hand massage. Here's why that's so powerful. These simple actions release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. And what does that do? It lowers his stress hormone, cortisol. You literally become his source of peace, his sanctuary. All right, now we're gonna level up. We're moving into the most potent application of this entire concept. This is a more advanced technique for creating these incredibly powerful, undeniably erotic associations. And we do this with something called the pre-erotic anchor. So what is it? It's a very specific, very consistent touch that you only do right before you're about to be intimate. The source gives a few ideas, but really, this is about creating your own signature move. The only rule is that it's always the same, and it always, always means that one thing is about to happen. And this simple, repeated gesture, it becomes an unbelievably powerful trigger. It's way more than just a touch at this point. It's a signal that completely bypasses his conscious mind and speaks directly to his body, letting it know what's coming next. And the message his body receives is crystal clear. An extraordinary experience is beginning. After a while, this ritual becomes so deeply ingrained that the touch itself, just the touch, will trigger intense physical anticipation. You're basically conditioning his body for a peak state of arousal with a single, unique gesture that belongs only to you. And this is where it all comes together. This is where the true mastery of this technique shines through. The ultimate power of these rituals is that they work even when you are miles and miles apart. Okay, so take a text message like this one. Before, this might just be words on a screen. But now, if you've established that specific pre-erotic ritual, just referencing it like this becomes a physiological trigger. He doesn't just read the words, his body actually starts to feel them. This is the absolute magic of what we'll call digital recall. His body has a cellular memory of the specific weight, the warmth, the texture of your touch from that ritual. Your words activate that memory, and his imagination fills in all the blanks. You become this constant sensory presence in his mind that he can feel no matter where he is. So when you really get down to it, touch is this incredibly powerful tool you have. With just a little intention, a little consistency, it can be so much more than a fleeting moment. It can become a memory he cherishes, a craving he can't shake, or the very definition of home for him. The only question left is, what will you choose to build?
You can find the electronic version of book She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain at wishforlove.org.